let me switch to what I want to talk about today. Joe handled it beautifully. Those songs preached it beautifully. But let me put it into words so that you can see it clearly. I thought I was doing pretty good in terms of my health. Like you, I'm working on this stuff all the time. You guys get it like 3 weeks after I start working on it, right? And you get all my bad stories of how I screwed it up. Well, this is another one of those. I thought I was doing really good until my dad got put in the hospital last week. He's doing okay. He's 84. They're putting him back together. But it's those moments of stress that you really realize how the work is going. And I was handling good. I got the call. I took a minute to just, it was between meetings, and I said, can I just delay a meeting here? I just need to sit with this for a second. My dad's back in the hospital. He's my last parent. I'm feeling about that, right? And I was like, wow, Vince, you are just handling this so well. I am so impressed with you. Until I got on a call with my sister. One little disagreement, and it just blew up. I am so upset, about one little itty-bitty thing that doesn't even have anything to do with my dad. And after I regulated, 2 days later, I'm looking at myself in the mirror going, geez, Clausen. Anyone feel that shame voice sometimes when you have that moment you just completely, pardon my French, but crap the bed? And you're looking at yourself going, you're better than this, dumbass. I realized I need a friend's church. I need something that keeps my feet to the fire, that says, hey, you can be healthier than you are. For yourself and for the people around you. And so today, I want to talk about the part 2 of this. How do we go from screwing up and then realizing however many days later, wait a second, that isn't who I want to be. I want to be healthier than that. I want to live better than that. I want to take water better than that. That's all fine and good, but like Joe said, willpower for a lot of these things, often insufficient. I want you to hear that again. Willpower, often insufficient. This is not, I have a mountain I need to climb and I just need to keep putting my feet against or one after the other. That's the wrong metaphor. Can you throw up the picture? Someone took, one of my buddies gets a screenshot. He's watching it online, and he sends me a picture of me, and I'm like, why do I even do these things? But this is how it feels, doesn't it? I'm trying to make a change. I'm trying to climb the mountain, and it's just willpower, but I have all these parts that are holding me back. I can move a little bit, and the second I'm not paying attention, ka-dunk, right back where I was. The book we're using as a guide to this, Immunity to Change, says, until you deal with those parts, the chances of change happening are small. If you've tried to change, and for you, you were like, I didn't, because I didn't have enough willpower, I want to encourage you to think about it differently. Maybe there's parts of you specifically designed to keep you right where you are. Okay, we're going to come back to that. But to do it, I want to show you the next part of this journey. These parts. And I want to do it by way of a song. When let's be honest, I have a part inside of me that does not like sadness, like at all. My wife was watching a show last night about someone dying of cancer. I come home and I was like, I literally can't be in the room right now. Like, I need to go someplace else. The feeling of sadness grips me because I don't know how to deal with it. And so when I heard this song, I heard 2 things. I heard sadness, but I heard a profound insight into how the parts inside of us work. Take a listen. She finishes the song with a verse that says this: I'm an adult lady. Can you throw it up for me? And sometimes when I look in the mirror, I still see that little girl. And that little girl, it's like she's still in me. I didn't leave her behind. She wasn't part of my past, and then I grew up. She's still here. Sometimes I still see her, the little girl who would never be pretty. I step up and let some number make a good or bad day. I'll be damned if I remember for pretty. Last week, we talked about your parts. And I asked you to start the impossible process of seeing these parts. She looks in the mirror and she says, I still see the little girl who was overweight and was made fun of. She's still there. I have a little boy who is so damn sad. Sometimes he runs my life. How are you doing at seeing the parts of you that have been invisible? Are you starting to notice certain emotions? Ooh, those ones are tough. Situations like your little sister saying one little thing and your emotions go from 0 to 5,000 over nothing. Hers is a little fat girl. I looked up a picture of her. She's not fat. She's this beautiful woman. But in her mind, there's more. There's a part still in her, and that's part's running her life. I want to show the part when she's 17. Can you throw up the image or the text for when she's 17? When I was 17, some old has-been said to me, honey, you look like $1 million. But if you lose 30 pounds, yeah, just think about it. I bet you'll look like 20 million. Can you put up the next slide for me? So I cut hard and I cut fast. Ran round and round the high school track. There wasn't one damn calorie I didn't know. I stuck my fingers down my throat to fit into my skinny coat. And we all pretended not to notice the water running. I brushed my teeth and I wiped my eyes on a polka dotted towel. And I wondered if I'd ever be pretty. Oh, that little girl. There's parts inside of us, or at least metaphorically, there's parts inside of us. Sorry, my ADD's kicking in for a second. There's parts inside of us that are focused on one little part of our life. For her, it was the size. When that part took over her life, it would do anything to get her to the weight that that part wanted her to be at. Because that part seemed to care that somehow, if she was small, she would be loved. If she was small, people would like her. If she was small, she wouldn't get made fun of. And that part, even when she's 17, is still there. And when you let that part have control, that part will do absolutely anything to protect you. Not all of you. The part of you. How many of us are metaphorically sticking the finger down our throat, damaging ourselves to make sure that that part is happy? That's the cautionary tale I want to leave with you today. when a part takes over, it doesn't look for your overall health. It's focused on one little bit of you. And it will do absolutely anything to protect that part of you. You're all feeling what I'm feeling right now, which is, how the hell do I make sure that a part is not running my life? Isn't that the piece of this puzzle that we need to focus on today? This message was built on a story about a guy named Peter from the Bible who says, I have a goal. I will never deny I know you, Jesus. Day later, Jesus who? Sorry, what? 3 times he gets asked, do you know Jesus? Jesus, I don't even know that guy. I don't even know that name. What are you talking about? The part of him cares more about something than him keeping his word. Another example of part only caring about one thing. Today, I want us to feel first that weight of when a part runs our life. I want us to see the cautionary tale of when a part can run our life. Often, it doesn't care about our holistic health. It will stick a finger down its throat. Joe talked about it. It will make you drink whatever you need to drink to deal with what you think you need to deal with. Every one of us has a story about this. So here's what I want you to do now before we transition. Try and take a deep breath. I know it's painful to talk about these parts, but if you can see them in your mind, that's the beginning of freedom from them. Take another deep breath. Make a big pregnant belly like this. The part of you that we're settling into is yourself. This is the part that makes great goals. It's focused on all of your health. It's focused on you as a human and the people around you. It's not focused on that moment when you were 4 and that horrible thing happened, or you had the giggles and someone said, fat girl. It's focused on here and now. That's the part I want to talk to next. And to do it, I want to invite one of my buddies who has literally the best name in the world, Vince Fowler. Everyone, give him a big round of applause. Thank you, sir. Come on in, sit down. How you doing, man?
I am well.
That's a bit of a start to the morning, isn't it?
Pardon me?
That's a bit of a start to the morning, isn't it?
It's a great start.
You are here specifically for many reasons, but one of the reasons I wanted to bring you here is because I don't know anybody who's thought as deeply about how to make good goals, how to make healthy goals as you. I say that, again, as a compliment, but also to say why I have Vince here. You're a coach. What kind of clients do you coach?
Best way to describe my work today is what a sports psychologist does for athletes, I do for the CEO and some of their leaders.
Okay. So business people primarily?
All business.
Okay.
One philanthropist, which philanthropy is a business,
okay.
Nonprofit, but yeah.
But you also are a person who's doing this work at the same time.
Yes.
Can you share a little bit about your journey with your parts?
Yeah, easy. So, first of all, good morning. I see you. I didn't know entirely about parts until some time ago, and I had a real awakening 3 weeks ago. But I'd been working on myself, thinking this is me, so if this is myself, there's one of me. And I knew about alter egos through the work of other authorities in the industry and psychology and stuff like that. So we use them in athletics. I grew up in a small town, Williams Lake, BC. The biggest abuser, the biggest love and protector in my life was my mother. The biggest fear, threat, and abuser in my life was also my mother, which I didn't realize until 2020. So I got picked on a lot, 11 different schools just to get to graduate, and I failed grade 2 only twice, or once. So how do you do 11 schools, right? So that's unique, and that's a unique self. I joined the military to what I thought was pick fights with bullies. I don't like bullies. But really what I was looking for was family and connection, safety, brotherhood, love. And I did find that. I did deploy Somalia. I got out. I've always been involved in athletics from a very young age. And athletics was like definitely an outlet. It was an outlet. And my drug of choice was intimacy, or at least what I believed was intimacy, sex.
You can say sex in French church.
I know.
You know that.
But it was sex, it was food, it was recognition. Because I felt enough in those moments.
Right.
And so as I went through my career, I spent 7 years in the military, get out, I was in sales for 11 years and then ended up in professional coaching, and this will be year 16. So it's been an absolute beautiful, revealing, turbulent journey.
Before I get there, you just met a part of you. We've been talking about parts. Can you Can you share with, just quick?
Yes. So I met little Vinny, this beautiful little boy, creative, loving, kind, playful. I met Clanker.
Who's Clanker?
So for context, I'm getting beat on. If you've ever read David Goggins, that book, Can't Hurt Me, my mother is David Goggins' father. David Goggins left his mother, removed him from the home at 7 or 8. For me, it was until 13, so just twice as much of that. But I'm in the kitchen, I'm 10, 11 years old, and my earliest memories of always discipline was a stick. Go to the yard, pick a stick. So I'm 10 years old, and I'm getting wailed on the kitchen with a stick. My mother believes I've stolen money. I have stolen money many times. Go to the wallet, get your allowance. It was $1, like a crisp $1 bill. But in this moment, I hadn't stolen anything. Okay. But she believes this. Okay. So she is literally beating the truth out of me, which is, I didn't do anything. And she wailed and wailed and wailed and wailed. And that's when Clanker revealed himself. And Clanker says, I've got you. You're not going to feel pain. Now, this is 10. There's still 3-4 more years of wailing still ahead of me. So long term, here I am, 56. I don't feel physical pain very well. Like, I've contemplated just putting a knife into my thigh just to see if I would feel it. It's very helpful in rugby. It's very helpful in the Army. It's very helpful in 100K ultra. It's very helpful in getting physically demanding things done. It is not helpful when my wife is crying, when my daughter is crying, my son is hurt, when I am hurt, because I also don't feel emotions.
Clanker just says, I got this.
Yeah, you don't have to feel. Don't worry, you don't have to feel anything.
What is Clanker's favorite tool to use?
Just space, separation, and focus, and food for fuel. It doesn't care what kind of, like, if there's a sleeve of Oreos,
eat it.
Gone. So I've been on multiple weight loss because of athletics, and I thought, I'm really good at weight loss because I'm athletic, and it's normal to gain weight in the off season, on and on. But it never made sense to me how much weight I would gain. I wouldn't actually count calories or anything else. I wouldn't put myself in a calorie deficit. So I would be, part of me is super frustrated with this journey of health and weight. The other part of me is, that's food, that's fuel, we eat it because we don't know when we need to fight again.
That's Clanker's voice. He's saying, you need to be prepared.
Yep. Hoarding everything, hoarding books, hoarding quotes. If you've known me long enough, I like to quote stuff. That's Clanker. Clanker is, because I just looked at my high school transcripts the other day. I barely passed. In fact, there's more P's than C minuses and C pluses. So I never felt enough. But Clanker's like, don't worry, I got you. We will over-index on physicality all the time.
Right.
Everything is a threat. Love is a threat, because then I have to feel. And remember making imagine musicians and songs. And I would walk 500 miles and I would walk. There you go, map proclaimers to the song, right? I behave this way. Is that sadness? I don't know. Like, I literally don't know what it's like to feel sad.
How did you feel when Joe was singing this morning?
Oh, I felt it all. It was lovely. It was beautiful. Thank you, Joe, and the pretty poem. I've been experiencing feeling for about the last 6 months.
How's it going?
It's great. I cry all the time. I love it.
Now, let's step away. So you're starting to externalize parts of you. You have a Clanker, you have a little you.
And then the self.
And the self, yeah, that's this.
So I love my finger space. Remember when we were teaching kids? They write, everything's just looks like a giant misspelled alphabet. Kept telling the kids finger space, new word, finger space, new word. I love my finger space self.
Are you in self right now?
Yes.
I think I am too, but there's a few pieces that are still wanting to talk right now, being in front of people. But before we go there, the reason I want you to do this, can you grab this off of your chair, seat, steal one? If you need something, put up your hand. We'll see if we can find you. Share them around. This is the piece of the puzzle. When I started to ask myself, what in self, when I'm in self, what areas should I create goals? Not Clanker goals, not little Vince goals, but goals of self. How do I think about what goals come from self? And when I thought about that, I thought about Vince, because he created this whole schedule. Can you walk through these? You have 5 different things on there. We're a little short on time. We have 5 things on there. Why did you put time on there? So you're like, when say you coach CEOs, they come to you about business for money, and you ask them about time.
Yeah.
Okay, why time?
We all know people, they have lots of money, but they don't have time to enjoy it, or the people they love to enjoy it with. I'm very rich in time in my work. I'm self-employed. I dictate a lot of my time. I have a lot of autonomy there. But there was a magazine I read a bunch of years ago, which became the catalyst for this. It was Profit Magazine, and it spotlit 5 CEOs, and it was all about wealth. And it's not that they were 5 men. It was that they were 5 very, very heavy set. Like, none of them could get on their hands and knees and play with grandkids. So you have all this money, and almost in every case, it was all about the sacrifice and the commitment to building this business. And then now they finally get to spend time with their kids and grandkids. I said, that's not wealth. That's not wealth to me. So it split out into this very, very quickly. We need time, we need money, we need rich relationships, the health to enjoy it all, and one's own spiritual journey, whatever it looks like, which I learned here at Friends. And so I would ask myself, okay, how much time, on a scale of 1 to 10, what's my time score? It's subjective. Money, what's that? It's subjective. Like, it's not me comparing to the world around me. It's what do I need today and what do I need in the future? Rich relationships are the people you can call when you are just stuck. Physically in a snowbank, which I was one time, or just, hey, I've got this old experience that keeps revealing itself, and I have a buddy, Andy, and I said, hey, buddy. He held space for me. Like, he was the first person in my entire history I ever told this story to. I mean, that kind of a rich relationship. And then when I say health, because in North America we over-index on physical strength. Okay, great. I can walk 100 kilometers in a very short period of time. But what's my mental well-being? What's my psychological well-being? So physical is easy, how we feel, eat, sleep, nutrition, hydration. Mental is like an airbag. If anybody ever snaps, and all of a sudden we just snap and we go into this anger state. That's just the airbag collapsing, right? It's but it just reinflates, usually with a nice sleep. But psychological wealth, it's like psychological well-being, is the stories we tell ourselves.
So this stuff.
Like the part stuff, we talk to ourselves more than we talk to anybody else, and sometimes not very lovingly.
No.
So just one quick test.
Sure.
If everyone took 30 seconds and just made a list in your mind, 15 seconds, just made a list in your mind of all the people you love, 3, 2, 1, all the people you love, go. 15 seconds. Time. No show of hands. Was your own name on that list? Judging by my dear friend's response, my name wasn't on that list years ago.
Yeah.
So to be self, I have to first love self. And so when I go through this, and I just give my score 1 to 10, it discloses where I am right here, right now, areas that are well-intentioned, areas that are absent of attention. And where do I want to spend a little bit more time? If I'm going to set a goal, then like my rich relationships are very secure. My time is very secure. All these things, my spiritual journey is very secure. I'm going to focus on my physical health. My mental health is strong. My psychological health is really, really strong. But my physical health is more about the nutrition. I don't need to eat a sleeve of Oreos because it's not because I'm sad. It's because I'm not in threat.
Right.
And Clanker's always at threat. Clanker has literally 115 browser tabs open. I might need that.
Right.
And a million pieces of paper of quotes and authors and books. And what if I've never had a cleaner office? Because none of that matters. It's called Google. I don't know if or ChatGPT.
Where's Clanker right now in your life?
Clanker's
like right here, like in this moment. Where? Point to him.
He's in the garage.
Okay,
he's
at
back
home.
He's having a nap. He might be working out. I don't know. He's not needed. I see you. I love you. I hear you. But there have been times since where I said, Clanker, I need you. I can't find butter, and I'm overstimulated, and I'm super stressed right now.
He takes care of business.
And I said, Clanker, get me out of here. Because I was literally crying in Superstore. I couldn't find butter.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I know why the butter was important, but I don't know why I was so overstimulated. So,
folks, can we say a big round of applause for Vince Tom? Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. You're a good brother. Take this. Find self. Take a couple deep breaths, relax. If you're brave, go with someone who knows you well. Have a coffee, sit down and say, can you fill mine out for me? You will have insights into your life in a way that you maybe don't want, but will be healthy. As we look at evolving, which is what this series is, our first week was to say, why is it so hard? Why is that journey so hard? And we realized, because there's parts, Clanker, Little Vince, all these things in play. As we start to learn their voices and learn what they tell us, we start to realize, oh, actually, I can navigate this a little bit differently. Joe, 2 years sober. My guess is he fills this thing out different now than he did a week before he went to AA. This is a tool for you. Stay calm, relaxed, and figure out where you're struggling, where health could be found. Not parts, not the part that will stick its finger down your throat to make you fit into your skinny coat. That's the voice of a part. No, the true self that says, where do I need to be healthy? I'm going to give you guys just a minute or two. You can fill this out, take a minute. I'm going to play this super sad song again. This work matters. Without a healthy self, we can't get to healthy we, and taking water becomes almost unsustainable. So take a minute today. Find self, and just take a minute and fill this out and see where it takes you. Have a great week. Take off whenever you're ready. Thanks, everyone.